Hey friend, welcome back to Stoic Mind Secrets. Imagine chasing something with all your energy, a relationship, a promotion, more money, or even just someone's approval. The harder you grip, the more it seems to slip away. But here's the strange part. The moment you stop desperately caring about the outcome, everything suddenly starts flowing toward you naturally. This isn't luck. It's not magic. It's one of the most powerful paradoxes in Stoicism, the wisdom of detachment. Today I'm going to break it down for you step by step. What the ancient Stoics actually taught, why it works, real-life examples, and 5 practical exercises you can start using today. Stick around until the end. This one might just change how you show up in life. We live in a world that constantly tells us, want more, hustle harder, care more intensely. Yet the Stoics discovered something counterintuitive 2,000 years ago. Excessive attachment often creates the very suffering and resistance that blocks what we want. When you release the desperate need, that tight, anxious, I must have this feeling, you suddenly act with more clarity, confidence, and authenticity. And life tends to respond better. Important point, Stoic detachment is not cold indifference or giving up on your goals. It's not saying, I don't care about anything. It's this, care deeply about your own effort, your character, and your actions, but release your anxiety over the results, other people's opinions, and everything outside your control. Let's go straight to the source. Epictetus, the former slave who became one of the greatest Stoic teachers, gave us the dichotomy of control. He said, some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us. Up to us are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion. Not up to us are body, possessions, reputation, and power. In other words, focus your energy only on what you can actually control. Everything else, let it be. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote in his private journal, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He also reminded himself, receive without pride, let go without attachment. Seneca taught that true freedom comes from disregarding things that lie beyond our control. The Stoics weren't telling us to stop wanting things. They were teaching us to pursue goals with excellence, but without becoming enslaved by the outcome. That's the paradox. The less you need something to go your way, the freer and more effective you become. Let me make this practical with examples you'll recognize. In relationships, the more you desperately need someone to like you or stay with you, the more pressure you create and the more you push them away. But when you become whole on your own and stop clinging, you show up calmer, more attractive, and more genuine. Many people only find real connection after they genuinely decide, I'll be okay either way, in career and success. People who obsess over I need this promotion or I need to close this deal often make anxious decisions and burn out. Those who focus on doing the best work possible, without desperate attachment to the result, are usually the ones who get noticed and rewarded naturally, even with health or personal goals. Forcing perfection creates more stress. Consistent action combined with acceptance often brings better long-term results. I've seen this pattern over and over. The moment someone stops gripping so tightly, doors start opening. Think about your own life right now. Is there an area where you're holding on too tight? Psychologically and practically, it makes perfect sense. When you reduce desperate attachment, your anxiety drops. A calmer mind makes better decisions. You act more authentically instead of performing for approval. People feel less pressure around you and are naturally drawn to your energy. You stop fighting reality and start flowing with it. In our modern world of social media likes, constant comparison, and endless validation seeking, we've been trained to care way too much about externals. Stoicism gives us the antidote, inner freedom. Here's the most valuable part, how to actually practice this starting today. 1. The dichotomy of control. Check every morning or before any stressful situation. Ask yourself, is this under my control? If the answer is no, consciously loosen your mental grip. Focus only on your effort and attitude. 2. A more fatty, love of fate. Train yourself to say, I would prefer this outcome, But whatever happens, I will accept it and find a way to move forward. Love what fate brings instead of resisting it. 3. Negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. Briefly imagine losing what you desire most. The job, the relationship, the opportunity. Realize you would still have your mind, your virtue, and your ability to respond well. This reduces unhealthy clinging. 4. Focus on virtue, not results. Shift your internal goal. Instead of "I need to get this result," tell yourself, "I will show up today with integrity, clarity, discipline, and my best effort." That's always under your control. 5. Evening reflection at the end of each day. Journal or simply ask, where did I try to control something I shouldn't have today? What can I release tomorrow? Start with just one of these. Small daily practice creates massive change over time. Paradoxically, the less you desperately need things to go your way, the more often they do. Stoicism doesn't ask you to stop wanting a good life. It frees you from being controlled by those wants. It gives you peace and power in any circumstance. Pick one area in your life right now where you're gripping too tightly. Practice letting go just a little this week and notice what shifts. If this video helped you, do me a quick favor, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Comment below with "I choose to let go," and tell me which area of your life you're going to practice detachment at first. I read every comment and love hearing from you. If you're new here, subscribe to Stoic Mind Secrets and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the weekly Stoic tools that actually improve your life. Share this video with one friend who is stressing out and trying too hard right now. They might need this message today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you control your mind. Everything else, let flow. Stay stoic. I'll see you in the next video.